About 3 years ago, I launched a pencil making tool with the thought that pencil making could be just as prolific a means of showing creativity as pen turning. Small but beautiful pieces of scrap wood always abound in woodworking shops, and turning them into pencils for unique gifts and mementos was very compelling to me. So, since I launched it, I added a bunch of accessories to try to make it as broad of a category as pen turning. I've got the number 2 leads, obviously, 18 shades of graphite, 24 and 72 colors of ultra high-end colored lead that rivals anything in fancy art stores. Got glue-up presses and fences to optimize the production, control knobs for 5, 7, and 8-sided pencils. I like the 5-sided pencil, feels really good in the hand. Hex punch to line up with the practice of gluing up pencils and getting those cross-section colored ends. You can do the same thing with the hex punch, making an inlay in something. And a line of end caps and erasers to give some flair for a finished pencil. One note on this, although the price for these for a single pencil isn't too bad, trying to do end caps or erasers for a whole set does get pretty spendy, so I have an alternative towards the end of this video. But what I haven't really done much of is actually make interesting pencils myself. I did make a pencil out of pencils at the very start, and a set of Holly pencils was pretty cool, Holly being a really light hardwood that came out really good. But if I want to convey the potential for this, I need to do better on actually making interesting pencils. And that's what I'm doing here with this roughly herringbone pattern. Alright, somehow I lost the footage of how I got to the point of this operation playing over here. So I'm just going to recreate it real quick. First off, I've got a piece of Wenge with a large hole for the eraser. I think it's 3/16, but you can play around with that on one side, and then an 1/8" hole on the other side. I have a little nail that I cut off and filed the head down so that it is a snug fit on the larger side. And then I have the eraser that I have for sale now on its own. I'll get to that in a second. Okay, so I put the nail in. It's a good tight fit. Eraser in. I'd be putting glue on all these surfaces if I was doing this for real. And then fit the nail into the pencil and just press that all up. That gets me to the point where I can then take it to the sander like I'm doing to the right to finish the hex shape. I added a pack of just erasers to my shop. There's a link for all this stuff in the description if you want to go this cheaper route and make wood ferrules for your pencils, which I think turned out really good. And speaking of cheaper, as promised in the title, I've got all the pencil making stuff on sale. It's 20% off with code PENCIL2022. Link in the description, like I said, so you can take advantage of this with that code. I've got everything in stock except for the fences. I'll get those produced in a couple weeks, but everything else is in stock and will ship right away, so you have time to make holiday pencil gifts with a set if you purchase it now. Also, many thanks to friends who helped me with the initial launch. Their videos are in the description. You should go watch them and hit their bell icons and leave comments and do whatever else the YouTube algorithm rewards channels for receiving. You might know what those things are better than me. Thanks for watching.